Hello viewers, Super GT here, welcome to the video. This is Forza RC, this is the weekly finals, and this is semi-final number 1. I qualified for this weekly final, so I was top 24 in Europe, and by doing that you get a spot in the semi-finals at the end of the week. So this is all for qualifying for the Le Mans event in the middle of June, so trying to get as many points as I can. I need to try and get into the top 6 overall in these two races based on points, so the FIA scoring system. First race here, Bernese Alps Club, and on the right hand side here you're going to see Mr. Jack and Kaiser Wolf go flying into the wall, and I've made the most of that chaos actually, gaining 4 positions on that corner. I started 10th and I've gone straight up into 5th, so that is a really good first lap so far. Mr. Jack, I'm going to have to mention it, sorry, but I think he was thinking we were doing the festival layout, went flying straight into that wall. Normally for the festival layout you carry on going down that hill, but we're doing the club version, we have to turn left, and I think he didn't realise and just went flying into the wall, and really, well, that's his race over. Probably Kaiser Wolf's as well. So up into 4th now, past FCT Oz a couple of corners ago. So overall a absolutely outstanding lap 1, gaining 6 positions, and it's going to put me in a really good position for the rest of the race. So into turn 1, going down 2 gears, there we go, there's the second downshift, and that is U-Type, PPS U-Type battling with FCT Vida. Now coming into turn 2, this is where the whole race unravels, going in nice and quick. We're going to make contact, and yes, we got damage from that. So unfortunately, I'm going to be on the back foot from here to the end of the race. Fortunately, it wasn't, you know, absolutely savage damage, but it is going to slow my car down, and immediately losing position there to Oz, so he retakes 4th place. I've been demoted 1, I've got Mellish on my tail now, so I did actually have him in party chat, so I'm just going to let him go there. I don't want to waste too much of his time because I am just going to go backwards in this race, and no point in losing time defending. So we're just going to see how bad this is as we come around this corner. You see there on the entry the car just wants to slide so much, and the car was not as quick down the straight as it should have been. So on lap number 3 you see there how the gap has developed to the guys ahead, so just losing a couple of seconds per lap, and then this guy's just going to come through and take my 6th place. So there's going to be no 6th place in this race, unfortunately. At the end then, I did come through to finish in 7th. So a damage limitation job there, that's all I could have done really. There are the results. Johnson streaking away with the victory there. So an easy win for him. Mellish and U-Type there with a good battle for 2nd place. We're going to move then to the 2nd race, the 2nd semi-final. So for finishing in 7th, I believe I got 6 points. I think that is what it is. Wait, let me just work it out. So it's 25 for 1st, 18 for 2nd, 15 for 3rd, and then 12, 10, 8, or maybe I got 6 points. So 6 points so far, and we're just going to try and get as many as we can in this one. Starting 10th, up into 9th already. Mellish kind of got hemmed in on the initial getaway there on the outside. So down the back straight, no chicane here. This is the full alternative version. Into turn 4, I'm a little bit wide. Mellish is going to have to go the very long way round. FCT Oz not getting a very good exit from turn 4 there. So I'm up his inside, now the outside as we go through the left-hander of Shoot, and I'm through into 8th place. So just making up 2 positions on lap 1 so far. Going a little bit deep there, almost going into the back of the ESC guy there, and not quite doing so. I just about managed to take evasive action. I'm still in 8th place, just keeping my momentum around the outside there. Braking just before the 200 board there, a little bit early actually, and Oz is up the inside. He broke a little bit too late, and into the back of the ESC guys, into the back of the ESC guy. So it's just going to stack up a little bit here. On the inside, just grazing the curb, not really what you want to be doing. And then PPS U-Type, a little bit wide, comes back on. I'm going to look up the inside, and I'm just going to nudge ESC guy there, and then again just tap him, and then FCT Oz comes out of nowhere, just smashes him into the wall. So he got a little bit hairy there. Not the best racing overall, a little bit of contact, and very unlucky for the ESC guy to get totally taken out into the wall. Oz just coming across there. I think he was going to make contact with U-Type, so he wanted to come across to make sure that he didn't. Just about managed to resist that move and keep 7th place. Through the S's, a little bit too late entry for the second part there. And then I'm not going to get a very good run. He's asking a lot of me on the inside here, so I'm just trying to fight for a little bit more room. It's a drag race down the back straight in the Carrera GT, keeping it in 5th gear. We're using manual gears and traction control is off. He's just going to go sliding there, and that is going to lose him some crucial inches as we come through the long right-hander. I'm going to retain 7th place as we wind downhill, looking for the drain on the right-hand side, down into 3rd gear. Wait for the car to rotate before getting on the accelerator, and then a little bit too early there actually. As I go over the grass, it's queuing up behind me there, and Mellish, I think, is just up the inside of Oz in a decent move. We just make contact, but it's not going to be enough to spin me out. So just about keeping 7th place. I'm on the back foot there, and I think luckily they're side by side behind me, so that is going to open up a little bit of air hopefully. But no, I'm into the back of U-Type, who's stuck up behind, I think it's one of the FCT guys in 5th. He goes deep, they've made contact, it's getting very messy, and I'm getting pushed from behind. I'm pushing the guy ahead, and I think I did very badly out of all of that, going down into 10th, losing 3 positions, and still stuck behind this FCT guy. So really not a good couple of seconds for me there, really not good at all. FCT guy comes weighing in on Mellish. That was a very dirty move. Mellish losing 2 positions, and then as we go over the line, nearly side by side, or I'm just behind him, and then he brakes very early, so I'm up the inside very easily. Hit the apex quite nicely, so I think that guy probably hasn't practiced too much on this track with this car, and not quite knowing the way around here. Up into 5th gear, short shifting there, keeps the car stable for the second part of the S's. I've got a good run here on Oz, so looking to make these positions back as quick as possible. It's a fairly long race, it's 10 laps, so we're looking maybe about 17-18 minutes in total. So I can afford to be patient here, but I think 5th is the best we can get, given that looking at the map, 1st, 2nd, 3rd and 4th have developed a massive margin over 5th. So it's going to be incredibly unlikely to get anything beyond 5th place, unless those guys up there start battling, although that would be a very silly thing to do, given how far ahead they are. Okay, into the toe corner, notoriously difficult to get right. I'm going to go in early, drift a little bit, wait for the correct opportunity to get on the gas on the exit, and we're away okay. But we do have that orange hit marker, I'm going to call it, anticipating a hit, but not quite. He almost goes into the back of me, just dipping into the bottom of the screen there. Always a scary moment when that happens. And again, just dipping into the bottom of the screen, makes contact with me. Didn't really affect me at all though, so no worries there. U-Type a little bit slow exiting turn number 9. MSN Ninja then looking for an opportunity to get past into 5th place. That curb almost killing me on the exit of turn 10. But rounding out lap number 3, we are in 7th place, so back up into a comfortable position. We can still gain 2 positions here. We have well beyond or well over half of the race to go, so plenty of time to try and make up these 2 positions. And coming into the S is a little bit late on the entry there. We can cut back and get a nice entry into the 2nd apex, and then not the best run through there overall. As you can see there, MSN Ninja and PPS U-Type getting a better run and developing, let's say, about 100 feet over me, so there's no chance for me to overtake into this next corner. But I do close up that gap. I think I was a bit more brave on the brakes, and just closing that 100 feet gap immediately back up to about 20. So very close racing indeed. 3 of us nose to tail here, and then almost going wide. It's kind of a trend you get in these races. You kind of follow each other. You're kind of glued to the back bump of the guy ahead, and sometimes if they make a mistake, you're going to make the same mistake as well. Just trying to leave enough space there to not go into the back of MSN Ninja. He's got a very nice exit. They're side by side now as we come into the heel corner. Look for that 200 marker. There it is, braking fairly early. I'm just seeing that orange proximity marker there, just coming up the right hand side. Luckily he couldn't quite do anything there, and I kind of put myself in a very bad position here on the outside of U-Tight, and I kind of just run myself wide. So this is a decision you have to make. I go down to 8th place. The decision you have to make there, it's probably best just to tuck in behind U-Tight and just stay in the line, you know. As soon as you get out of line, out of position, it's very hard to get back in, and FCT Oz really taking a full opportunity there and making the most of my error and going past on the exit of turn 9. So back down into 8th, so a very topsy-turvy race. I'm going up and I'm going back down again. I think he extended a little bit much there, definitely beyond the curb. You can get 2 wheels on the curb, it is Forza clean. So coming through the long right-hander, we go downhill, looking for the drain on the right-hand side. There it is, braking just before, down to 3rd gear, PPS U-Tight, he's gone off. I couldn't quite see if there was any contact there with MSN Ninja, I didn't see any. And I've got a really good run there, up the inside of FCT Oz, gaining 2 positions there in 2 corners. That's been a very good lap so far then. MSN Ninja, the next victim on the road, just ahead of us. He's developed a nice little margin there though. 1 lap later, it's lap 8. Can we get past? Well, sorry, a couple of laps later. This is the situation. So we have finally reeled him in. Looking up the inside then, I don't really want to go into the back of him. Don't want to risk going into the back of him, so just pulling to the right hand side and through the apex. I think he's very much aware of my position there right behind him. He's going to go slightly defensive. Not really a good opportunity for me then to go up the inside. Get a decent exit here through turn number 9. As we enter number 10 then, down 1 gear into 3rd, hook up with that apex. You don't want to touch the curb on the inside, it will throw you out. So definitely don't touch that one. Then into the final turn, he's going to go very deep, and then that is going to give him a poor run onto the main straight. Conversely, my run there, a lot better. We're side by side into turn 1. I don't try to outbrake him. I've got the inside line, there's no point in doing it. Just hit your own braking point, which was just before the 300 marker, and it's perfectly executed overtake. I'm up into 5th place. Now I just got to hold this position then for just over a lap and a half, and then we have finished in probably the best position we could have done given the state of play after lap 1. So up the main straight, or the long straight, the longest straight here, braking just before the end of that tyre wall on the left hand side. Go a little bit deep. Is that going to afford MSN Ninja a run on the exit? He's very close, but I think it'll be a very brave move to go for a lunge up the inside here. He goes very deep actually there, and that's going to afford me a bit of breathing room on the exit. As we come into lap 10 then, it's the final lap, so just 1 sector left to go, and I can see that orange marker go flying across the screen, and as we look back you can see there that he's just made a little bit of a mistake. So overall here, I think a very good performance in this race. A couple of moments really didn't go my way. I think a little bit unlucky at times, but a good little comeback there to try and finish 5th, going 1 better than the customary 6th place. Although if you average out the 7th and the 5th, yes, that does equal 6th place. So there's the 6th place for you in the video in a different form. And then there are the results. So Mr. Jack winning that one comfortably from Johnson, then Kaiser Wolf in 3rd. Now Kaiser Wolf's the one we're looking at because here are the overall points. I've got 16 tied with Kaiser Wolf, but he ranks ahead by virtue of having a higher position. So he finished 3rd there. He finished 10th in the first race, but 3rd there. And unfortunately for me, that means I am not going to be going to the final, or this week. I didn't compete in the final. So there's always next week. I'll try and get to the finals next week instead. But there you go, guys. I do hope you enjoyed this very close and intense racing. Plenty more next week. Hopefully I'll get into the final, so more races for you. And well, do subscribe if you enjoyed and would like to see more. Let me know your thoughts on the races in the comment section. Hit the like button if you enjoyed the video, and I shall see you next time. Thank you for watching. Goodbye.
Listen.